everybody. Welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. I'm Susan LaCroix. This is my fantastic daughter, Julie. We have been demonstrators for over 20 years. We're going on 21 this year.
Yeah.
And so here we are again. Gosh, we are closing in on our 100th weekend of doing this.
Yes, I know. I just noticed that the other day. That's so exciting.
Yeah, it really is. Oof.
We have to do something special for our 100th episode.
We do.
Leave a comment and let us know what you think.
Yeah, really. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, anyway, today is Sunday, April 2nd. Hard to believe it's already April.
I know. The year's just going so fast already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. And even though it's spring, it's still a little on the chilly side here. Raining today.
Yes.
So how about by you?
Oh, it's about the same. Always back and forth. I think that's just a typical spring. It's nice, and then it's cooler, and then it's rainy, and then it's
yeah, that's true.
It's just back and forth.
Yeah.
We had some excitement last week because we got to see the new catalog.
I was just going to go into that. So yay. Yes, it is. You know, and I say this all the time that this is like the best catalog ever. But honestly, most of you know we're having a color refresh. So and we're going to talk about that. I think next week we're going to talk about that. The colors that are retiring. But I have to tell you, I am in love with the new colors. I really, truly am. I'm really excited. And there's some great product things in there as well. So we'll get into that next week. But this week we thought we would bring out Paper Pumpkin. I just love this little kit.
Yeah.
And and so I thought, oh man. So anyway, here we are. We're doing Paper Pumpkin with some alternatives. So on that happy note, I'm going to turn it over to Julie to show us what this kit is all about.
I'm so excited about this kit in particular because Stampin' Up! Is celebrating 10 years. 10 years of this amazing subscription project kit. If you're not familiar, Paper Pumpkin is the project kit subscription from Stampin' Up! It comes in a cute little box like this directly to your mailbox every single month. This is a special kit, so we have a special a special design. Usually the boxes are the Paper Pumpkin red, but every now and then we have a special themed kit, and so this was definitely one of them. So fun. It's like opening up a present. I actually get 2 kits, and so this kit is brand new. And because Stampin' Up! Is celebrating its 10th anniversary, they included a bonus stamp set. So here you can see we've got the flower image and the leaf and the little pot, and then happy with the words Easter, spring, anniversary, and to call you my friend. It coordinates with the stamp set that comes in the kit, which I'm just going to turn it over here and show you. This is the stamp case insert that you can download, and we'll have the link to this in our video description. You can find the stamp case inserts on the Paper Pumpkin website under How Paper Pumpkin Works. And they have like the last 3 months or so of stamp case inserts. So you can print that out, and then you can just slide it into an empty stamp case, and you can build your stamp collection through Paper Pumpkin exclusive stamp sets, because the stamp sets that come in Paper Pumpkin are not available anywhere else. They're only Paper Pumpkin, and I got to trim a little bit more to make that work. But I love that we've got the little spine, so it'll fit right in there with all your other stamp sets on your shelf. So we got 2 stamp sets, and I have to double check. I did not find a stamp case insert that was specifically for the bonus stamp set, but you can put that in your. You can put it in the same case. So the sneak peek for next time, here it is. Our next kit, you want to subscribe by April 10th, is called All the Little Things, and it's an all occasion card kit with 9 cards, 3 each of 3 different designs. And the next month, the April kit includes a free box organizer that will fit into your Paper Pumpkin box to store the Stampin' Spots. Another perk of Paper Pumpkin is that you get a new stamp and spot every month. So here's polished pink, and that box organizer, I wish they had a picture of it. It's just going to sort of divide up the box so you can store and organize those stamp and spots. Look at this
Oh,
gold.
I love
I
this.
know this gold tissue paper. I always say it, but it's true. It's like opening up a gift
I
every
keep
month.
in mind.
I know. I gotta keep that nice. Well, I know that there's gonna be some fun techniques to use with the tissue paper, so I definitely want to keep that and nice condition. So let's take a look what comes in the Paper Pumpkin kits. The Paper Pumpkin kits are always a surprise. A lot of times they let us know the theme like they did here, but we don't have really an idea of what the cards are going to look like until the kit comes. And Stampin' Up! Will tell us ahead of time if it's going to be a non-card kit. Like sometimes we have pre-packaging or gift card holders. And so they give us hints like that, but it's still a surprise when it actually comes. So we can open up and we can see how the cards are designed. This kit includes 3 each of 3 different card designs. There are instructions for all the little pieces, including telling you what to stamp, where to put your dimensionals. And on the back, there is a link to the Paper Pumpkin video that will show you how to put the cards together, as well as some bonus project ideas using the card pieces. And if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can access past kits and refills in the online store. So if you really like this kit and want to make more cards, you can get the refill, which includes everything I just opened here, the paper pieces. So the card fronts and the envelopes and all the die cuts. So we've got some die cut leaves and pots, and I love these gold happy, and then some more textured pots down here, as well as some white labels and these big multicolored labels. The kits are all inclusive and include the adhesive that you need. So everything that you need to create the cards as designed comes in the kit, except maybe a pair of scissors. And the only time you really need that is if you are putting together cards that have twine. So Mom, let's flip it back over to you so you can show us what these cards look like all put together.
Sure, here we go. So here they are. I always like to make a set as designed by the designers at Stampin' Up! Because they're so pretty. I mean, to an incredible woman with this window and the die cut flowers and leaves and vases and bowls. I mean, it's beautiful. I love this one. I actually, when I was working on my alternatives, I thought about this and cutting this up into various sections on the card. I did not do that, but that was kind of one of my thoughts. And then this one with that big happy and happy birthday with the gold foil dots. So I just love these cards. So I don't know. What do you think, Jules?
I think they're really beautiful. I'm digging the
Thank you.
colors on them a lot. I just put it away. Let me look and see. They do tell us the coordinating colors on the back of the oh, sorry, I was loud trying to put my kid away. Coastal Cabana, Crumb Cake Fresh Freesia Garden Green, Orchid Oasis, Polished Pink Shaded Spruce, and Gold Foil. I think they're just so fresh.
Oh, they are.
And such a fun color combination. And I don't usually put the cards together as designed. I don't know why. I really should, because I love these. And I think it's a great starting point for what I like to do, which is create alternative card designs. I always find it a fun challenge to use like the supplies that come in the kit and do something different with them. And so that's what we're going to share in today's video, is those alternative projects. So Mom, I know you've got one that you've made for us. Are you ready to show us your card?
Yes. What I find before I do that, just very quickly, I find that when I put them together as designed, it gets my juices flowing for some alternatives. So
Yeah.
this is kind of my starting point to do things like that. So I'm going to take these off the table, and I'm going to share with you first one card that I did just because I was thinking of Easter. Today's Palm Sunday, and this is Holy Week, and then we get into Easter. So I saw this one and I thought stained glass window. So I used some blends and I just colored them in. And then in the Peace and Hope stamp set, there's a cross. So I embossed that in gold and fussy cut that out for the window. And then this is from the Happy Easter with the bunnies. There is the big happy, and then there's a little Easter in the this bonus stamp set. But I just felt for this card, I really wanted to focus on the window and the cross, and I didn't want to have this big happy and this little tiny Easter. So it was just, I just embossed this in gold on vellum. And then this is where I glued it to the card. And then I just took some of our matte, neutral matte dots in white and just came up with a quick and simple. Well, it wasn't quick because it took a while to color all that. I thought we'll be
It's
here all night
beautiful.
if I have to demonstrate this one.
Did you say you use Stampin' Blends to color?
I did.
Oh, I just love it. I think it's so pretty and so perfect. I didn't even think about doing stained glass. And if you wanted to, you could add like you could mask and stamp a design, you know,
Yep.
in each window. That would really that would be something. That would take
It would be.
a
I
lot of
didn't do
time. It
that. Yeah,
would be so beautiful. I wonder if you could even just do like the lily flower from the stamp set and emboss that in gold.
Ooh.
And then do some like strategic coloring. That's like
Oh,
next level. But I love your card, Mom. It's so colorful and so perfect
thank you.
for
Thank you.
Easter.
All right, well, let me show you another card that I came up with. So I'm going to get out my paper trimmer, and I'm taking the card base that has the gold dots. And I'm just going to cut it up, actually. I'm going to cut the front off so that it's 4 4¼ by 5½. And then I'm going to turn this and I'm going to cut it in half again. So at 2 3/4. And I didn't do any measurements. So I will try to do that in the description. So what I want is one piece like that. And let me get this out of the way. Put this over here and bring out a little scrap so that I can do a little bit of work on this. And I'm using polished pink and mint macaron as my ink pads. And I'm going to take a blending brush. I tried one in Orchid Oasis, but I didn't care for it.
I was thinking about blending. I'm so glad you're doing that.
Yeah, I just this just screams. Give me some more color. And you can, of course, when you're doing this, you start off the paper and just keep going. I use a circular motion, but you can make this as light or as dark as you want. So I'm going to do just maybe a little bit more, and then I'm going to call it good. And it's okay if the color isn't even all the way across. Okay, I'm happy with that. All right. Now I'm going to take some of our punch outs. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my gosh. You know what I didn't do?
What?
Oh, there I did. I thought, wait a minute. I thought I prepped. I know I did. So let me just stop for a minute and back up. So our card base is going to be mint macaron. Two. And then I have a layer of Orchid opulence here.
Oasis.
Oh, I did that when it came out too, didn't I? Honestly, Julie.
Orchid opulence is a different color altogether.
It most certainly is. All right, so I don't even know where my bone. Oh, there it is. See, I know I have a bone folder over here. All right, to give myself a good crease, we're going to go ahead and put this matte piece on. That would have been terrible if I had not prepped for this. After telling you I'm all ready. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and just put this right on in the middle as well. Like Julie does, I try to use the colors that are in either the designer series paper or in this case, the punch outs. So I'm going to take one of these leaves. Let's go with this one. This just makes it so easy when it's all done for us, I'll tell you.
Yes.
And then I'm going to take this guy.
I don't love to do die cutting that's really like detailed and fine. So I love these laser cut pieces
Oh,
because
yeah.
they're just kind of like detailed die cuts and I don't have to do the hard work.
There you go. Okay. And I think I didn't do that. All right. So we'll do this in a minute. So now we're going to layer our leaves that are so colorful. So I think I'm going to put that one there, and I'm going to layer this one like right on top of it. And then I want this guy to come kind of out here. So that's going to be my layout. And I'm going to use some glue dots to put this down. Let me take these all off again and start with my green, work from the bottom up. I still haven't gotten used to these glue dots being on the inside. I don't know that I ever will. But sometimes rather than liquid glue, sometimes I find it's just almost easier to peel off some glue dots and stick them on in some strategic spots.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, there it is. So we're going to put this guy down here, like so. Let's move it over just a switch. And I didn't put glue dots on every piece because I don't think you need to. I think it'll just, if you put some in some strategic spots, it'll kind of anchor down the other ones too. So, well, my goodness. Normally I would pick up the piece and put them on the dots, but I have in the past, I have been a little too aggressive and I have torn them.
Yeah. These die cuts are a little fragile, so you have to be careful manipulating them.
Yep, you are so right. I have plenty of glue dots. Boxes and boxes. All right, so I'm gonna put this guy right here. Okay, come on. Forgot where I put my glue dots. All right. And then on this guy, but I'm gonna, because this one sticks out more, I'm gonna put a few more on than I might normally. And I don't mind if they kind of stick up a little bit, it kind of gives it a little depth. All right, I think we're good here. I'm just gonna have this guy coming out here. Oh, sure we are, Susan. All right. Now we're going to work on our greeting. And I tried this in a bunch of different colors and settled on mint macaron. So I'm going to use one of these laser cut tags. There's like 3 different shapes. So I'm going to actually use the bigger one. I want to stamp this upside down. All right, here's to another year of growth. I like that saying.
Me too. So perfect for a birthday card, but it also works with our theme here with Paper Pumpkin, 10 years of growth.
Absolutely. Right.
And
so
Paper Pumpkin really has grown and changed a lot in the
sure
last 10 years.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. It was a work in progress for a while.
I was gonna say I should have saved like the very first kit, but it wasn't worth saving.
No, I did get rid of mine too. All right, so I'm going to have this guy kind of come off here like so. And then I'm putting on a bow with the shimmer ribbon right there.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I thought it would just kind of add a little something, something. And I'm also going to add some bling because I just can't help myself.
Of course.
All right. So we're going to put this guy here. You know, I had a hard time deciding like which of these. I mean, I tried different combinations of mint macaron, polished pink, and orchid opulence in terms of card base, matte piece, what color to do all that. But so to finish this card off, I'm bringing out our 21, 23 and in color opal rounds. And
Perfect.
Our little tool here. And I'm going to use the pink. I thought about, well, I don't know. What do you think, Julie? Should I use the pink?
I do like the pink, yes.
Yeah.
And polished pink, almost all of those colors are going to be retiring very soon, including polished pink and orchid. Nope, orchid is a newer one.
Yep, that's pink.
But on those gems, the evening evergreen, the soft succulents, and is that yellow? Oh, that's supposed to be pale papaya. That's right.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna miss pale papaya.
I am too. I really am. Well, anyway, here.
That is the perfect thing to finish that card. So beautiful.
And not too difficult, or just I wanted something a little different. I thought about some different folds and stuff, but I thought, I really want to focus on the elements of the kit and other things that you can do with them.
I love it.
Yeah. So that's my project. And Julie, if you're ready, we can flip the camera right over.
All right. So I'm using the same card base from the kit, the one with the polka dots.
Oh.
And I know I got polished pink for my card base, though. We're going in a different direction here. Though I did think about blending. I'm going to start by cutting the card base in half. So I'm cutting it 2 3/4 inches so that you get 2 sort of mini cards with the one card base. So we're going to use that to create an extra flap on our card. Really, I only need one of them, so I'm going to put the other one aside. I have a polished pink card base that started at 5.5 by 8.5, and then I cut just a little bit off the edge, like 1/16 of an inch, because I know, because if I'm going to put this going the other direction, and if you don't trim it, then this piece is like a little short. And so I trimmed a little off of this edge so that could go all the way down to the bottom. So our card is going to have 2 flaps. We're going to glue this to the back, and it's going to open like this and then open like that.
Nice.
I know. We're using the label, the big one from the mini catalog, as well as the happy and the big textured vase. I don't know if that came through, but I love the texture on these die cut pieces from the kit. And then I've got a couple of the die cuts. So those are going to go on the front. And then for the inside, I used the Stitch rectangle dies, and I just die cut it from another card base that I cut apart. So it's the same kind of cardstock as this one. For the inside, I ended up just cutting a piece of basic white, but you could also use, if you're cutting apart your card bases, you could also use the inside from that. And cut it down to size. Okay, so we're doing some simple stamping, mostly sentiments. And we're gonna use, let me bring in my small grid paper. I know we're not talking about last chance stuff, but I am sad about A, the Stamparatus, but B, the small grid paper, which goes with the Stamparatus, because I use it all the time without the Stamparatus. So if you like the small size of the grid paper, make sure you snatch up a package of that on your last chance order, because it is going to be retired.
And if you don't have the Stamparatus, now's the perfect time to get it.
Yes, now is the last time to get it.
Last time to get it, yes.
Okay, I'm stamping To an Incredible Woman. This is going to be the middle piece, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. I have a little die cut tag. This is from the kit, And I'm going to stamp birthday to go with the happy. And so it'll say happy birthday on the front to an incredible woman. And then on the inside, we're going to use that same sentiment. Here's to another year of growth.
Love it.
I want to do a little more stamping on the inside, so I'm going to bring in some of those other stamps. This one is from, oh, I can't see very well. It's from the main stamp set, and then there is a leafy image in the bonus stamp set. So I'm going to stamp that in Shaded Spruce. And I don't remember which stamp set it is, but one of them has some dots. And I'm going to do some fresh freesia dots just to kind of bring in more of that color. Okay, so we did our stamping. Let's get these put aside. We are ready to start. I thought I had a cheater piece that was already glued down. I guess not. On the middle piece, we're going to glue down the little fern. And ironically, I'm using your favorite glue. But this fern is so thin that the glue dots would I think be almost impossible to use for most
I
of
agree.
it. So
I agree.
Okay.
Nice.
That's the middle. The front we're going to do, I found that it was easier to kind of attach these to the back of the pot.
Yep.
So I'm going to kind of flip that over, and then you can use your tear and tape or Stampin' Dimensionals, however you want to just attach those to the back. And then I'm going to add some dots of liquid glue after I get it all like situated where I want it to go. I think I put that on the opposite side, but you know what? It doesn't matter. So this is going to go kind of toward the right side. And then the happy is going to go over the top. And I'm going to do some liquid glue for this. I love how the happy is so like thick and sturdy of a die cut. Like
Yes.
I was really worried since it was foil that it was going to be so delicate, but it is not. I really love that. And then I'm going to use a little bit of Stampin' Dimensional. We're going to use the border and add our birthday. I'm going to cut that a little bit. Okay, so that's the piece for the front. And we're going to put this card together. We're going to start with that piece. I kind of wanted to get the tag done first so I could figure out where I want that back piece to go. If I put it down over here, this would be hanging over the edge a little too much. So I think we're going to go right about, I don't know. I think that looks good. So I'm going to use my glue and attach that to the back. And if it's still a little too long like this, you can just trim it. Better to be too long than too short.
Absolutely.
We're going to add this on. I'm debating whether to do Stampin' Dimensionals or just regular adhesive.
I would probably just use regular adhesive because you've got a number of layers, and if you're mailing it,
Yeah.
that may be an issue.
I think also with our delicate die cuts, it'll be easier to not have it be layered. So
Yeah,
hopefully I've put my adhesive in the right place so that it doesn't hang over.
nice.
Woo! And I'm going to just kind of peel this back and add some dots of glue on the die cuts. And then they can stick to the that card piece and not be flopping around all crazy. Okay, we're almost done. Our middle piece is going to go underneath the first flap right here. So I'm going to just layer that. Oh, sorry. And then on the inside, we'll have this piece. So it says, "Happy birthday to an incredible woman. Here's to another
Aw,
year of growth."
that's beautiful.
Thank you.
I love it.
I think maybe we need some bling though, yeah?
Oh
I'm bringing out your very favorite, the
yeah.
iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. I think that these are just so fun and perfect with the colors in this designer paper. Not It's not designer paper, but in the all the pieces. So I'm just gonna add some
Oh,
around the
beautiful.
sentiment there. Um,
Nice.
you want to see some more cards?
Sure.
I had fun with the little pieces and I really focused on cutting things apart. And so one of the things I cut apart, I don't have one near me, is the big card base that has the shelves.
Oh, yep. Okay.
And so here's one that I did. I cut apart the bottom shelf. I used a little bit of the polka dot paper from the card base and I made this card, did a little embossing to an incredible woman. And then here's one where I cut apart the large tag and made it into two
Oh,
smaller
nice.
tags. Another piece of that polka dot card base. Kind of
Very
a
nice.
simple card, a lot of white space going on here. Here's another one where I cut apart the shelves, and this didn't really turn out the way that I'd planned, but
Well, really? I love
I
it.
know I originally had 3 shelves and then they were going to be on the purple, but then I realized that the background of the shelves were white. So the white on purple seemed weird. So I put it on a stitched rectangle of white.
Oh, okay.
I know, like that's how things happen though, right? They just
Yeah.
kind of evolve. And then the last one I did mint macaron and I cut apart the window. And so I
Nice.
used the bottom of the window to make kind of like a grid and did a little embossing and die cutting here. And the top of the window, I started a card and didn't finish with the small little jar plant. So I'm not done with this kit. I'm gonna keep going, but well, I do love just kind of, like I said, the challenge of mixing and matching and using those pieces to create different cards. So whether you're making paper pumpkin for the original designs or whether you love to challenge yourself to make something different, I think that paper pumpkin is such a fun kit for anyone. And again, this is a subscription kit, so you can sign up and get that every month. And you can subscribe at paperpumpkin.com. We'll put the links in our video description so you can subscribe. And you want to subscribe by April 10th to get the next kit, which is going to be another card kit called All the Little Things.
Yes.
Shall we turn the camera around and show off our projects together? The lighting is terrible today. Do you see shadows?
No, I really don't.
All right. Well, hopefully it's just my crazy brain. All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 10 years of growth paper pumpkin. Again,
Yeah.
if you're a subscriber, you can get a refill in the online store of this kit, and you can get past kits. So if you're a brand new subscriber and you subscribe to get the next kit, you can check out the online store and get any of the kits that you've missed that are still available and a refill for this kit. And I have to confess, I did order a couple refills of this one. I just love the colors. I think it's such a pretty kit.
It is very pretty. Wow. Well, I am excited to get the next one. And, I did the stained glass window, and I think I saw that image, when I opened up my kit. So maybe
Mm.
that's what I was thinking in my brain of stained glass windows. Because it just like when I opened that card, I was like, okay, I got to make a stained glass window. So
Yes, that's
yeah.
perfect. I haven't made a card with the big window image yet, so I love turning it into a stained glass window. And maybe I'll play around and tweak your idea by stamping, I don't know, trying to stamp on it and color in pieces. I don't know. I just feel like Claire would totally like crush that and like really create
Boy,
something,
would she.
like so detailed. And I was helping her with some homework the other day, which I know sounds crazy, but she has this zoology homework where she's coloring graphics of different, animals and things and systems. So it's color coded. So you have to color this part, this color, and she picks the colors, but then you say this is this color. So she is such a detail oriented person that it's taking her hours to do these pages, which I know the teacher does not intend for her to really focus on shading, the parts of a snail. Like the teacher just wants to know that she knows the parts of a snail, but that's not how Claire operates. So she's been so behind on work, and I said, let me do the coloring. You show me which colors to put where. So you're doing the part that you're showing that what is what. But I'll do the busy coloring part. And so she literally was like looking over my shoulder. I'm going to go back and fix that, right? And I was like, Claire, like, that's not the point.
Oh, God
The
bless her.
point is so we could just get it done. She's crazy.
But you're right. And she reminds me of you when you
Oh,
were younger with all the detail orient. Oh yeah. Yours was more writing. Hers was
yes.
more color, but yours was writing. And yeah, the kids would be running around outside, and you'd be, sitting with your back up against the apple tree, and you would be writing in a journal. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, well, I don't necessarily remember that, but in high school, I remember I would get an A on something, a creative writing assignment, and I would still go back and like change it and edit it until
Yes,
I
you
got
would.
100%. Like,
Yes, you did.
oh my gosh.
So
It's
yes,
true. It's true. She gets it from me.
which is fine. Okay.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness. Well,
wow.
hopefully, maybe this summer she can join us on doing some more card making
Oh, I
videos.
hope
Right now,
so.
she has no time between softball and school and all of that. But once school is done, and at least over the summer, she'll have a lot of deep breaths and just an opportunity to do some fun
Yeah.
things before college
Oh
this
my.
fall. Oh my gosh.
Wow. I know. It's crazy. But here we are. This is number 96, right?
I've
Yeah.
lost track. I know we're in the 90s though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think, I think this is number 96. We'll figure it out. Well, boy, Julie, your cards are lovely.
Oh, thank
And
you.
next week, as Julie mentioned earlier, demonstrators got to see the catalog and got to see, the retire list, which I think we've all posted. So we thought next week, should we just tell them what we're going to do next week?
Yeah.
Okay. We are going to share some projects using some of the retiring colors. So I have selected a few of the retiring colors. Julie has selected different ones so that we can, make a project and share with you, and maybe find some other samples using that color palette to share as well, just to kind of give you a heads up. And as always, I'm getting orders right now for ink refills and cardstock and ink pens. So you know, it's all, if you need to know what the retiring colors are, it is now, I believe, public knowledge since the retirement list came out. So you'll know what's on there.
Yes, we'll put a link in the video description
Yes.
to the last chance list, as well as
Yes.
we'll list out all the colors that are retiring.
Yeah.
And next week is just going to be a celebration, kind of a
It is.
retirement party for
Yeah.
those. We're focusing specifically on the retiring colors, although I think we'll probably share some other things that are retiring. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to give
Yeah.
those colors a celebration. Some of our favorites are going
Too.
away, and
Yeah.
it's sad. Like,
It
I'm
is.
sad to be losing some of our favorites. So that's why you need to stock up so that you don't have to be sad and you can keep crafting with them. But I am excited about the new colors that are coming, and
Oh, I am too.
I think it's
I
going to
am.
be fun to freshen up our color palette and our
And it's
paper crafting.
disappointed that we may be over some colors retiring. I know from past experiences and other
Yeah.
color refreshes, including the in colors.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna miss that. Oh man. And then they go away and the new ones come in, and I'm like, oh, I love this. I love this. I don't even think of those retired colors anymore. Right? I don't even give them a second thought. I think this
We're
will be
all
the
broken
same.
at get them out of our mind. Well, but we're gonna have one last party for them before we kick them
Yes,
out the
we
door.
will. That is so true. Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, I think we'll say goodbye for now. So until next Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie, have a wonderful week. Bye.